What's on the Instagram? Mercedes Eileen. Welcome to my channel. So I'm pretty sure I put it in the title, but today I'm going to be talking about the root of my depression, my sadness, my insecurities, my self-esteem issues, wherever they lie, and just really get into that. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe and like this video. I wanted to make this video because it's really been on my heart to make more videos, and I get in this mood where I want to make videos and I feel confident about my video, and I record it and I say everything I need to say, and then I get to editing and then it never actually makes it right. And I was wondering for a long time, like, why I couldn't get myself to post a video, and I came to the conclusion that it had something to do with self-doubt and self-confidence, right? Not believing in what I was saying, not believing in myself, just completely having lost confidence in my voice, in myself, and what I have to say, and not knowing how to articulate it to perfection. What I've realized, specifically before I've set up to make this video, is that I can never say everything, right? I can never make a disclaimer for everything that I say in every video. Multiple videos will have to be made to get my point across. Like, so the solution to me feeling like I don't get to say everything that I need to say is just to make more videos and be consistent. Also, before I get deep into it, I want y'all to go check my cousin Tyti Marie's channel out right now, okay? Even if you have to stop this video, just go and check her out. I'm gonna put her YouTube link in the description below. Go ahead and go to her channel, subscribe. It is faith-based and it's very self-improvement, like self-help, that type of channel. Very motivational, very pure, so genuine. She is a genuine and pure soul, and I cannot lie and say that she has not inspired me, even to get to this point to actually make a video and post it. So please go check her out. So as I mentioned before, this video is about the root cause of all of my self-esteem issues, my depression, my sadness, and just overall my biggest insecurity and my biggest fear, and just the biggest problem within my life that has caused, I won't say caused, but has actually not helped a lot of the situations that I've been through. It hasn't helped me as a person. It's actually been my downfall. I came to the conclusion that my root issue is being discontent with my life. And it hasn't just started now. This has always been an issue. It has always been an underlying problem in my life. I remember my first feelings of discontent being when I was a child. I really didn't like the fact that my parents weren't together. I didn't like the fact that we lived in the house that we lived in because it's very old. All around, I felt like I deserved a better life. I hated the fact that we had to worry about money, and altogether I really just hated the town that I grew up in. I really wanted to leave. I would rather have stayed somewhere else, which is why my senior year I moved to stay with my dad. However, that didn't go so well, and I actually ended up right back where I started, which made me even more angry. And I think growing up, all of these things led to my beliefs about myself, my internal subconscious beliefs about myself, my belief that I'm stuck where I'm at and feeling helpless and hopeless and not being able to get to a place where I actually feel content and where I want to be. Each of these things that I hated so much, right? Not having two parents, living in the house that I lived in, living in the town that I lived in, they led to smaller problems in my life. So hating the fact that I grew up in a single parent household led me to have resentment from my mom. It led me to romanticize my dad. And also, like, a micro issue that I had was like jealousy of my friends who did have two parent households. It wasn't outwards like jealousy. It was more so just like, you know, like, dang, I wish I had that. And these specific friends that I did have, they would have problems in their lives, and I wouldn't understand how they could get so upset about X when they had two parents, if that makes sense. I know it sounds so stupid now because it kind of is, and it's actually very ignorant, But at the time, this is what I was thinking. I was like, oh my gosh, like I wish I had my mom and dad in the same household. My hate for the fact that we didn't have money showed up in me thinking at the time that I wanted to be rich, which now as I'm older, I do not want to be rich. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna resist it. I'm not gonna push it off. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like a deep seated desire of mine. That's not my goal. My goal now is more so to have joy, to have a successful family, to have a healthy relationship with my child, with my family, and also a partner if that becomes a thing, and just all around to have more faith in God and to grow in myself and reach my full potential and serve my purpose. And my hate for the town that I grew up in led to me being really eager to just go, to just like leave, right? And so whenever I did go and stay with my dad and I moved back, it made me really angry. It sent me into a long season of depression, along with other things being packed on top of it. So my hate for these things and my discontent in life and my unhappiness with where I was and feeling like I would never get to where I want to be led to limiting beliefs like, I'll never become the person that I think I can be. I'm not good enough. I'm stuck in this life forever. And honestly, it really didn't help that I saw a lot of people around me that I felt like hadn't reached their full potential. And I'm not saying that from a judgmental point of view. I'm saying in my head with my own thoughts, what I saw in people, they did not see in themselves. And it would make me feel sad. I did not like the thought of staying in the same town for my whole life, which countered my mom's thoughts and what she believed. And I feel like when I was younger, I had a lot of resentment towards her because I realized that she didn't want to go anywhere. She didn't want to live any type of better life. Like, if she did, that desire had went away. So that contributed to my resentment for her outside of her and my dad not being together, which at the time I didn't understand was not really in her control, and she was better off without him anyway. But we'll go into that a whole nother day. But all in all, it gave me this subconscious belief that God didn't have anything better for me. And so I had a time in my life where I turned away from God, like heavily, completely denounced Christianity altogether. And now that I look back at it, I was very, very angry with God. And I started to believe in what I thought my faith was at the time less. I'm like, okay, whatever I believe in now is not working. I never believed that there wasn't a God, but I was just conflicted and confused inside, and I didn't really know what I needed to do to get out of the mind state that I was in, which was depressed, which was sad, which was angry and hurt, and putting myself in situations with people who didn't respect me, people who didn't treat me well, people who didn't love me and really didn't love themselves. And that resulting in just more anger and more sadness and more hurt. It was like a cycle, like a never-ending cycle, and it was honestly just misery. It was miserable. So yeah, at the time I had a lack of gratitude, a lack of trust in God, a lack of belief in myself, a lack of self-confidence, a lack of just self-belief altogether. And it just really got me in these habitual cycles that I'm still working today to get out of. And me making this video is an ode to me realizing that I've gotten in these patterns and actively taking steps to figure out how to get out of these patterns. And a part of that is making this YouTube video and posting it. I don't care if it don't make sense. I'm still gonna edit it and post it because it helps just to post. And I feel like even in my past videos, I've made videos for an audience of single mothers specifically, which could very much still be within my audience. But I've had people comment and say, oh, thank you so much for making this video. Like, that stuff, it helped build my confidence, but it also made me scared. And it made me feel like people were looking at me, which is not a bad thing. But to a person who's insecure, to a person who doesn't believe in themselves, to a person who believes that, maybe I'm not supposed to have more, maybe I'm not supposed to be a leader, maybe I'm not supposed to inspire others, that is scary to have people looking at you, because now there's responsibility. Now you have an expectation to uphold. Now you actually have to hold yourself accountable. And I've gotten to the point in my life where I am tired of letting my fears, I'm getting emotional. I'm tired of letting my fears and my traumas dictate who I'm going to be, because I've realized that if I continue to let that be a thing, to continue to let my fears and traumas hold me back from my greatest potential, I will never become the woman that I know God has put me on this earth to be. And it's not fun to feel like you have a bigger purpose all the time. It's not. It's a beautiful thing to people outside looking in, but it's a big responsibility. It is a blessing, but it is also scary starting out, because it's scary starting out because I fear that I'm not good enough. I fear that I can't be a good leader. I fear that if I were to continue to make YouTube videos and people did start to get inspired, and now more people know me, now I'm known, now I have to have that on my mind. Like, people are watching me. You get what I'm saying? But I think that's where God comes in, which that's not just where he comes in. He's actually all through it. He has given me this revelation. He has held my hand up until this point. Even when I was not close to him, he was still walking with me. But I have to let my faith lead, and I have to let who God thinks I am trump who the little girl inside me believes me to be, because all she knows is what she experienced. And my experience is not the end of who I am. I am an adult now, and I have the ability to work with God to create the reality for me that he has set out for me. Like, he already knows what is in my future, and he knew what was going to be my past and what was going to build me. But I think my discontent has actually built a fire under me to be like, no, like, I can't take this anymore. I'm tired of being tired, and I want to make a change. I want to have the life that I believe that I'm supposed to have. I've always believed that I was meant for better and bigger, and that I could help others do the same and reach their full potential. And so, yeah, this video is an ode to that. I'm definitely moving in the direction of finding small things to be grateful for, staying close to God, doing things even when I'm really scared, believing in myself even when there's a little voice in my head telling me that I can't do it. And for anyone watching this video, I would like you to do the same. And also comment down below if you've experienced, fear of success, or just believing that you're stuck, or letting your past define who you are. Because if you're going to be watching this channel, we're moving out of that, okay? We're moving out of that season. I can't take it anymore. I feel like if I continue to stay in this cycle and just stay stuck, I might explode. And I've realized from past experiences, the solution is not to be sad about it. The solution is not to sit in sorrow, but the solution is to take active physical steps towards becoming the woman that I want to be. The woman that I want to be is resilient. The woman that I want to be is strong. She does not stand down. She's 10 toes down on who she is. She's sure of herself. She's confident. She's loving. She's caring. She's inspiring. She's a great role model. She's a great mom. She's a great partner. She's a great daughter. She's a great person to know. It's an honor to know her. So I just want to just start moving towards who I know God has put me on this earth to be. And he's been nudging at me for a while, and I've finally gotten the courage up to be like, okay, today is the day. Right now. It's not tomorrow. I'm not going to go to the gym tomorrow. No, if I have time, I'm going to go today. I know that's so random. Going to the gym is definitely one of the things that I've been needing to do that I have not been doing. But yeah, just an example, it's no starting tomorrow. It's not, I'll reach this goal when I turn 30. No, today is the day that I'm going to choose to take steps towards the woman that God has called me to be and serve the purpose that God has called me to serve. I hope that this video could help someone and inspire someone to become their best selves or push towards being your best self. If you like this video, definitely go ahead and press that like button. The interaction will definitely help. Comment down below your experience if you were once in the place that I'm at and you're in a better place now. Like, any encouragement to me or anyone that may be watching this video would definitely be helpful. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Toodles.